what made you decide to invest in a fractional CFO out of all the things, that you could invest into? What made you decide that?
Well, two reasons. One, I feel like that's one of my weaker areas. And so, just in general, it makes sense to find somebody to help support you in the areas that you might not be as strong in your business. And two, I really wanted to catapult some growth. I felt like we had been stagnant for a couple years, and I wanted to get a growth strategy in place for the team and to be able to grow and help more small businesses and, be able to bring in new opportunities for my employees. And so it just seemed like that was the right thing to do. And it has really paid dividends on the investment that we put into him. His name is Drew, and he's like just an extension of our team and is really focused on our best interests and balancing, driving revenue and not being too salesy and creepy, building relationships and different strategies of how do we bring in different forms of revenue rather than just focusing on new client business. So we have a whole strategy that we're focused on, and we're really, like you were saying before, locked in on Q4 and hitting some very specific goals, and we're on target. So it's been great.
So it sounds like for two things. Like, first of all, you got to recognize what are you not the strongest in.
Yeah.
And if that were to be freed up, you could work less in the business and on the business.
Yeah.
And I think that's tough for people. Do you do it I know some people who outsource everything, and I right, they're like, oh, my valuable time is over here. And I think you can really get into trouble if you right off the bat.
Yes.
I outsource my website management. I outsource. I have a virtual assistant answering my emails. I have someone writing my proposals, and I'm always in awe of them. I'm like, wow, that's wonderful. I hope you're using that time actually to work in strategy, because you do have to keep an eye on anything that you outsource or give or delegate right.
Yeah. I mean, when I built Employers Advantage, and I did everything myself. I didn't outsource until way, way, way later. Some of the marketing stuff, of course, I did, and then here and there some accounting, but I wanted to build it, and I want to know what's happening, and I want to have, a handle on clients and referral partners and everything that's happening. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a control thing, but I just feel like I wanted to know and build everything. And so when I was bringing folks in and building the company, I could pass it on, and at any time I can jump back into the business and take over again. Because right now, so 2 years ago, I restructured to take myself out of the day-to-day so that I could do alone space. And that's been great. So I am more focused solely on strategy. I have really great team members that are running the day-to-day. And then along with the fractional CFO, it's like, I feel like I'm living the dream.